We're out of the kitchen to discuss a serious matter, which is cakes. Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. We're taking a little step out of the kitchen today and to my bookshelf. Don't it make me look smarter?
Hey Marty, are those new glasses? Oh yeah, just got them for school. Don't you think they make me look smarter? Nah, you can still see your face.
I'm going to talk about something I've been dying to talk about, which is the intersection of cake and film. Cake X film. We love to see it. As one of my many side gigs, I also do art direction with my partner AJ, who films all of these. I just love like set design, costume design, makeup, all those things that like, I don't know, I like it. I like it. So we're gonna be looking at some of my favorite like cakes and cake moments in film. And we're going to be looking at it through the lens of like production design or art direction. So like the aesthetics, how it contributes to the story, rather than like cake good or bad, or like I'm not going to be like, I am cake expert and this cake bad. No. We're just going to be looking at a bunch of the cakes that I love and one I loathe entirely. And this cake bad. I mean, maybe I'm being dramatic. Maybe. So let's get started. Okay, so my first cake is, of course, from Sleeping Beauty, 1959, Aurora's 16th birthday cake.
There.
I love when a cake has like a dark edge to it because this cake is made because it's Aurora's 16th birthday, which means that like the magical charms that were protecting her are about to wear off. So it's like a celebration, but Briar Rose, right? She's Briar Rose when she's not Aurora. Yeah, has no idea. She thinks it's just her birthday. We love a leaning queen. Iconic, gorgeous, cottagecore. She is the moment. I've seen a lot of people make this cake on YouTube, which I love, and I'm glad that they did it because now I don't have to do it because it looks like a lot of work. Shout out to Sola. This is a Sola Stan account. That's what this is. So watch Sola make it. There's also one, like, you can watch them. It's fun to watch. Oh my God, my flowers are wiggling. Next up, oh, I love this one. Like, I love Sleeping Beauty, but this one's good. It is the armadillo cake in Steel Magnolias. Roll the clip. So if you don't know, Steel Magnolias is a movie from 1989, and it's about a group of women in Louisiana, and just like moments of their lives. It stars Sally Fields, Julia Roberts, Dolly Parton, like Daryl Hannah, like everybody that was big in 1989. Why a gray armadillo cake? Why at a wedding, and why is it red velvet so that it looks like roadkill? So the armadillo cake is actually an example of a groom's cake, which I didn't know was a thing. So apparently you have a bride's cake and a groom's cake. This was like a British thing that was brought over to the US, specifically like the southeastern states. The bride's cake would be like vanilla and white and frilly and pure. And the groom's cake would be like masculine, like chocolate, usually like 150 years ago, it was like a heavily boozy fruit cake, so something very heavy. And currently it usually has to do with something that like the groom likes or something funny. So it could be like sports, hunting, other hegemonically masculine things. And actually this is a trend now, specifically in the South, I think, of people getting armadillo wedding cakes. Full circle. We love to see it. Next. Ooh, I love this one. So this is Picnic at Hanging Rock. It's an Australian film from 1975. It's based on a novel from 1967 written by Joan Lindsay. It's really cool because it's written so that you can't really tell whether it's a true story or not. No spoilsies. So it takes place in 1900 in Victoria, I think, in Australia. And it's like a group of boarding school girls. They go on a Valentine's Day picnic to Hanging Rock Beach, which is a real place. And it's just like fabulous. We'll run the clip. Roll the clip. They're wearing like these beautiful frothy Edwardian tea gowns and having this beautiful picnic. The cake is like fabulous. They have boiled icing, Victorian realness. And then things start to change as the mystery starts to approach. So like there's ants and bugs, and they just really start to change the energy of the film. So I highly recommend that you watch the movie. The period accuracy for the food. Mwah. I'm pretty sure that if you Google it, you can find a place to watch it for free. Yes, it might be on this website. It's just a mystery that gives me goosebumps, and it has this like Lynchian feel of the bugs overtaking the cake. Like it reminds me of the opening scene of, is it Blue Velvet? Maybe it's Blue Velvet. Also, side note, Sofia Coppola just totally knocked off like all of the visual indicators of this movie for Virgin Suicides, which I also like. That was my teenage movie, but you'll see it. You'll know it when you see it. Okay, next. 16 Candles, 1984. It's iconic.
Happy birthday, Samantha. Make a wish.
It already came true.
I mean, Jake and Sam sitting with the birthday cake on the table, the ending scene, beautiful. This movie, racist Asian American caricatures, and so date rapey. Like, he's the worst. Like, anyways. The cake's cute scene, iconic. Next, Wickerman. I kept calling it Wickerman when I was setting up, so AJ was making fun of me. The Wickerman, 1973. Not that Wickerman.
What is that? What is that? What is it? Oh, no, not the bees! Not the bees!
So he just, the main character is a police officer going to investigate the disappearance of a young girl, and he gets to this Scottish island where everyone is practicing Celtic pagan traditions. And so one of the things that he does is he's just walking around town and finds this bakery display.
Good afternoon.
Like your rabbit.
Those are hares. Silly old rabbits. Lovely match hares. Can I help you?
And I think it just does a good job of like very quietly introducing the creepiness and how unsettling this place is for this man, and how he's really out of his depths. Is that what we say? I have a computer right here. He can't handle it. This is also like a slow creeping cake. We just love it. We love a creepy baby cake, don't we? Who doesn't? And I love when a cake is cast against type. Like, she's not here to be a cute celebratory wedding cake. This cake came to be creepy, and she read the assignment. She's terrifying. Sinister cakes. More sinister cakes, please. Okay, next, a goodie, a classic, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. I'm only going to use its real title. 2001, obviously, Hagrid's birthday cake.
Thank you.
I have made the violet pudding from Chamber of Secrets on here before. You know how I feel about JK. In the book, it's actually described as a large, sticky chocolate cake with Happy Birthday, Harry, written on it in green icing. So it's supposed to be like chocolate with green, but the art direction, the pink and green, and like the weird crack texture, we love it. This cake has everything. An umbrella-yielding giant, a burnt-up bag of crisps, an orphan, a young pudgy boy with a tail. I don't know if this joke is working. J.K. Rowling needs to be held accountable for her violent actions against the trans community and suck a bag of dicks. Next. Ooh. I feel like this one is like goes under the radar sometimes because when I talked to AJ about it, he was like, I don't remember that. Back to the Future, the first one, 1985, and Uncle Joey's parole cake.
Your Uncle Joey didn't make parole again.
I mean, that's just funny. That's show don't tell, you know? We just show the cake. And it has a bird. His nickname is Jailbird Joey, and it has a little bird on it. And like we're setting it up, we're showing like that Marty McFly is not proud of his family. Like this is what's going on. It's great. It's fabulous. I wonder what flavor it is. What if it's carrot? Next, you thought I forgot. Obviously, we're going to talk about Marie Antoinette. But like, here's my thing about Marie Antoinette is that it's like Fight Club or like American Psycho, but for like film girls, because everybody gets so swept up in the frothiness of it that I'm like, y'all know she bad, right? She like took all the money, didn't give it to poor people. She got beheaded for a reason. Like, I don't know where all of this sympathy for Marie Antoinette comes from. Like her posthumous PR is on point. But obviously this movie is beautiful and like does such an amazing job of showing the opulence and decadence present in Louis XVI's court. In fact, I know that at Cannes, people did boo because it didn't show. There was no, like, you don't get to see the contrast between her decadence and like the absolute astonishing level of poverty that the French people were living in this time. I guess like, the film does a good job of showing how out of touch with reality Marie Antoinette was. Like, that's the vibe, right? That's Sophia's vibe. I'm really railing on Sofia Coppola, but she can handle it. People booed. French journalists booed at Cannes because it was like, didn't show, it wasn't sufficiently critical. And then even Roger Ebert, bless his heart, was like, okay, but not that many people were booing. Like, I love that. The sweets in this movie were actually made by a company called La Durée, which is a bakery and like sweets maker house created in 1862 in France. I read an interview with Kirsten Dunst in Entertainment Weekly in 2017, where she said, like, me and Coppola kick ourselves for not investing in the bakery when we had a chance. They're everywhere. They're even in airports. There were none when we made our movie. They made the macarons, right? Like, macarons weren't super popular. You can buy a Marie Antoinette style La Durée cake. It costs $190 for 12 servings. Wait. It's $18 a serving almost. That's amazing. Next, I need to stop that. Ooh, fun. We're getting to the end. Groundhog Day, 1993, when Bill Murray eats a whole slice of cake.
Well, that's exactly what makes me so special. I don't even have to floss.
I mean, who doesn't want to do that? Do you remember at birthday parties when you were a kid when you had to like eat the cake with no hands? I love that. So I love this because this is a part where Bill Murray has just like accepted that he's in limbo and there's no consequences to anything that he does. So he's eating all the sweets and sugar and doing stuff that he wouldn't have done if he had to suffer the consequences. And I really like the food styling here because they're using an angel food cake like covered in frosting or whipped cream or something like that, which I mean is definitely a thing. Like I have cookbooks from the 50s and 60s and this is very like 50s diner-esque. So like this diner might have that, but even smarter is angel food cake compresses really easily. So for the actor to eat it, it wouldn't take that much work to just like quickly and easily compress angel food cake and eat it in one bite, especially considering that most actors aren't actually eating when you see them eating in film. Because you're doing so many takes, it's exhausting and like not good for your body to just constantly be eating, especially if you're like living up to Hollywood like impossible body standards. So usually and now you're never gonna be able to unsee it, is a person will take a bite of food, chew it, talking, and then the scene cuts and they spit out the food. There have been examples where people don't, but for the most part, that's just a much more sustainable way to continue shooting a film, shooting a scene, but Bill Murray eats that cake. Okay, finally. I don't like the Bridesmaids single cupcake scene. I don't like it. And this cake, bad. I don't like cupcakes. Like, I have some friends in the cake world that make beautiful cupcakes and like interesting flavors, and I would definitely buy those and I would eat those, but I don't really make cupcakes myself unless it's for a child's birthday. Like, I was a teenager during the Magnolia Bakery craze. I ate so many cupcakes between the ages of like 16 and 22. I'm done. It's fine. I like a slice of cake. I like a better frosting to cake ratio. I don't like biting into a cupcake. I don't like it. This is so stupid. Why am I mad about it? I feel like also I always noticed that she like was clearly using like dry ingredients in the wet cup, which like when I'm baking for myself, that's what I do. It's not a real criticism. But I hate this cupcake. Why is it purple? Why is it purple? And then she doesn't do a good job at the icing. Like, they could have used someone else's hands for the frosting. And then she covers it in sugar flour. Is she gonna eat those sugar flowers? No, she doesn't even eat them when she takes a bite. And there's too much frosting, it gets on her nose. I hate sugar flowers, I hate fondant. All right, well, it looks like we're done here. Thanks so much for tuning in. Please leave a comment of your favorite cakes and movies. Roast me for what I forgot to cover. I guess I'm gonna do it anyways. Yeah, do you wanna see more videos about cakes and movies? 'Cause you're gonna. Thanks so much for watching my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe and ding the bell. Thank you so much for watching. Surely you're gonna throw those sugar flowers out.